Please welcome to the Capital Evening Show, Taron Egerton's here.
Thank you. Hello. Great to be here.
Whereabouts in the world are you right now? You look like you're sat in a moody office.
It's a moody office. I think it's supposed to be my moody office from the show, but I am, in fact, in New York.
Well, I'm sad you're not here in real life, but it's good to see you. And congratulations on the show. It's called Smoke. The first 2 episodes are streaming right now on Apple TV+. You play an ex-firefighter who's now an arson investigator, and the town you live in has got these blooming arsonists that keep starting fires, and you're trying to work out who it is.
It's a very strange show. That's absolutely the right setup, the right premise. But if you get to the end of the second episode, things start to go quite a lot weirder and quite a lot stranger quite quickly.
I mean, I've seen the first episode. That's as far in as I am so far, and I'm absolutely hooked on it. A lot of fire, obviously, in the show. Not just small fires either. These are absolutely massive. Is this CGI? Were you having to work with real fire when you were filming this?
No, that sequence in the first episode where it's kind of a memory from his past, that was all done practically, all real fire. It was done on a burn stage where they kind of set stuff on fire and then they call action and I march in there and kind of, try and look like I know what I'm doing and fall over and then, they call cut and everyone has to extinguish the flames. But it was good, it was exciting. Everyone had to wear all, special breathing apparatus.
Was it genuinely a bit frightening on set?
There's so many people there who are there to make you safe that you end up trusting in everyone's experience. But yeah, it's quite full on. It's exciting. Yeah.
Does that also mean that you only get one take to sort of nail it because they're literally burning down the set?
No, they have these ways of like using fire retardant to preserve the set. So you can kind of set things on fire repeatedly using gels and things. But it's a real operation. And yeah, it involves a little bit of training and, you've got camera operators who are decked out in all the gear using breathing apparatus and stuff. Feels like making movies, baby.
Character chews gum in pretty much every scene. It's sort of a bit of a character thing. How much gum did you get through during filming?
He only ever chews gum when he's investigating the scene of a crime.
I didn't pick up on that. Did you have a sore jaw?
No, because he's only doing that some of the time. So I was quite choosy about when I do that, and as the show goes on, you possibly get a bit more of a sense about why that is. I love that
little detail. When you are working on a show like this, how do you prepare? Like, how do you get into the headspace of a character like that?
This character is probably the most extreme part I've ever played, and you start to learn things about him from the second episode onwards that really kind of defy who he presents himself as in the first episode. Dave has some secrets, and it made it quite hard for me to really sort of get under the skin of what makes him tick. And I still find him to be a bit of a mystery, really. I think Dave's a mystery to himself. And I know that sounds a bit kind of like daft and enigmatic, but it is. I think it's true. I think he's a character who isn't really sure who he is.
And having to find his voice as well. Obviously, you're doing an American accent in the show, and I've seen you in a few things where you're American. Does that come quite naturally to you now to do an American accent?
Do you know what? Up until this year, I worked out that I'd been doing only American accents for about 5 years, which is a weird thing. It's just the way it's sort of turned out. But I'm really lucky enough to work with a great dialect coach, and I've worked with a couple actually over the past year, and that's a really great resource in terms of pursuing authenticity. And you do a lot of work in advance so that by the time you step on set, you're not thinking about it. Because if you're thinking about the accent, you're done, So you got to do your legwork before getting there. I do enjoy it, actually. It's a really great way of making you feel like you're not you. It's a great starting point.
Well, look, Taron, the show's brilliant. I'm out of time already. It's absolutely flown by. The first 2 episodes of Smoke are streaming right now on Apple TV+. Go and check it out. Thank you so much, Taron Egerton.
Thank you, mate. It was lovely talking with you. Thanks for your time.